bitches. So, I filmed this video yesterday where I was like, I have some more shit to get through. I'll do that tomorrow. And I did spend some time on this deck in that video. But I've been playing with it a lot last night and yesterday and this morning. And I pulled a card and I did an Instagram post. And I was reading the guidebook, and I have to say that I want to make this video like a separate video on my channel because I want people to be able to find this because not a lot of people are talking about it. And frankly, I feel like this is a pretty damn good deck. So I'm just going to pretend like I have not made that video before. So this is the Galactic Wisdom Guidance Light and Light Portal cards. This was originally a deck in Swedish. It's by angelschoolpublishing.com. Well, you know, but they are pretty much indie. This is not a big publisher. And this card deck has been created in collaboration with Archangels, Masters, and Star Energies. The cards, which carry several layers of energy, will activate your galactic wisdom, help to guide you in your everyday life, help you in your transformation, and help you to connect with archangels, masters, and star energies. You can also use them to open portals to help you with your self-healing. The guidebook explains everything in detail so you can get started straight away. Well, you know, you guys probably all know that when it comes to new age stuff, I am kind of conflicted sometimes because I'm a very polarizing person to begin with. Because on the one hand, I like really deep, rooted, grounded, nitty gritty, dirty stuff. But then on the other hand, I also love being up there with the fairies and the aliens and the angels, and I know that may come across as weird, but that's just what I'm like. I can't help liking what I like. First of all, the box quality is really good. I love the touch of the little feather design on the bottoms here. I love the colors that were chosen. The product design of this product is really, really good. I love the cover. Personally, I probably would have put the title up here, but you know, whatever. It's a good looking box. You open it up. This is a type of book box where this little part right here does not fold open. I don't really mind that. I don't really care about that. This is really printed in a sort of it doesn't really show, it just looks like bland color, but there is sort of a golden sheen. It's just not foil necessarily. It sort of reminds me a little bit of the foil you would see on some other decks that aren't like blingy foil, but it is kind of foil-ish. And then you open it up, the inside is just not printed, but that's okay. It's a magnetic book box, so this cost me €26.90, so 27 euros, with only a couple euros shipping from Belgium, which is pretty close by. So this, for an indie deck, this was pretty cheap, honestly. So the box we love, then we get a lovely little guidebook, and we get the cards. Now, let's get into the card quality first. The gilding on this is extremely high quality. It's sort of a matte gold gilding, but not the antique matte gold gilding. For the backs, it's the same as that inside of the box. I love these backs. I love a good simple back design. This is sort of as well has that foil thing going on where it's kind of metallic, so I do love that a lot. So that was the cards. And then the guidebook is simple but sweet. We get a bit of the illustration, and you guys are probably going to want to see what's in here, right? So we get an introduction, how to get started. You get a little exercise about initiating the cards, which is cute. the structure of the card deck. There are masculine, feminine energy cards. There's 6 of them, 11 archangel cards, 5 master cards, 7 star energy cards, 8 transformation cards, 5 element cards, and 2 golden ages cards, and 1 Holy Spirit card. A total of 44 cards. Obviously, you can use the cards for guidance, reading and sensing with the cards, how to read the cards, questions to ask, how to draw the cards. They go on a bit about jumpers, blah, 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 blah. How do I ask the energies? Card reading for others. Suggested card spreads. There's some nice spreads in here, guys. I did read them last night, and I do like them. So we get a transformation spread. And then, we even get like a little image right here on how that spread should look. I like that. I didn't even see that. Then we can use the cards energetically as well. I have never done that before, but, could be interesting. And, you can sort of do exercises with them, which are exercises that are pretty new age. So it's very much, imagine yourself in a pyramid of white light or in an orb of white light, and another archangel exercise where you use the archangel cards. And although this is not how I work with card decks, I find it interesting that, they're offering different usages of these cards. So I feel like that's interesting. That's cute. That's interesting. From these 33 first pages in the guidebook, you can already tell that these girls were excited to create this deck, and that excites me. And then we go into the card meanings. So we get the meaning and basically what's on the card. We get that right here. An expanded meaning right here, which is pretty well written. I like the write-ups a lot. I thought it was cute. And then we get an energetic exercise for each card. So for every card, there is a practice. I need to yawn a little bit. I had a pretty intense day. The in-laws were visiting and it was nice, but it's always, whenever you get visitors, you it's not chill time. You have to be on, if you get what I'm saying. So so for every card, there's an exercise, which is cute, and they're very new agey, visualization-esque, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I find it transparent to let you know. But I do like that we're being called to action by this deck, and I actually really like visualizations. It's just that sometimes they can be very long. Not in this deck. These are manageable. But when they're very long and you kind of have to or read them 20,000 times and memorize them, or secretly peek while you are visualizing, which kind of breaks the visualization. I would have loved if these would have been recorded with some nice ambient music, so you can kind of use them as guided meditations. But maybe that's just me, and to be honest, these exercises and visualizations are not that long. So, you can really tell that they loved creating this. The two authors, they founded the Angel School in Denmark. Oh, they're Danish. They're not Swedish. Sorry. And the illustrator, Jessica Tumolino, is fantastic. Look her up. She's working on a deck of her own too. I adore her work, and this was such an interesting way for me to have access to some of her illustrations without having to pay an arm and a leg. So I love that. And that's what I love about collecting decks. The other week on the other day on the Supportive Tarot Facebook group, somebody who was new was kind of like, hey, why are y'all collecting these decks? I'm new to tarot. I've only collected a deck where I have 2 decks. Why would I need more? And I was like, I answered, you don't, but it's kind of like Pokemon cards. you don't really need more than one really good deck to properly play the game. But it's so much fun to open up another pack and see what cards you might get. So that's kind of how I view deck collecting a little bit. And once I'm over some decks, I usually gift them to someone or I sell them for a very good price. I don't like scalping people over having, you know, some collector's edition of this or that. And people that have bought from me can attest to it. So the cards, let's go through them one by one. Archangel Raziel, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Feel new hope sprouting within you. Let Raziel hold the light in front of you. What I like about this straight out of the gate is that we're being spoken to. So I love that a lot. It's funny because when we talk about masculine, feminine energies, we very often talk about masculine energies are passive or are active, feminine energies are more passive. And this deck is kind of a dom top because it's very much telling you what to do. And sometimes in the way it's worded, I don't like that. In decks, I do like the way it's worded in this deck, but in some decks I don't. But in this deck, I really do like it. Archangel Raphael, give your worries and concerns to Raphael. Wrap yourself in light, receive his healing. Feel the energy of Raphael in your hands. I love that. Am I going to read every message aloud? No, I'm not. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to edit this video and I'm going to add some really nice chilled music. And I'm just going to flip through the cards so you can enjoy them and maybe pause whenever you want to read a message yourself. So let's do that. So that was my little flip through of this gorgeous deck. I really love it, especially considering the enthusiasm that I can literally almost taste while reading the guidebook and reading the messages on the cards, and the care that was put into the presentation of the product. Like I said, cardstock is amazing, book is amazing, box is amazing, gilding is really high quality. Overall, Really lovely product. If you're into this kind of stuff like me, this is definitely something you might want to consider picking up. For people that are in the United States or Canada, hopefully someone over there will start stocking it. But for now, if you're in the Netherlands, you can get this very cheaply from a store in Belgium, or you can get it from Denmark. Anyways, this has been me just giving the deck a little bit of extra attention because it really deserves it. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.